I'm Kelly. I'm a contract consultant here at Accountability, and I specialise in interim and contract recruitment for accounting and finance roles in the Sydney area. Here are our top 5 tips, in our opinion, of why businesses should utilise temp support in the modern business world. One of the top reasons we see businesses using temporary support are for special projects which are coming up. All businesses have these, whether that's a niche skill set that you need for the 3 to 6 month period, you're changing IT systems, payroll systems, which we've recently seen in the Sydney area for businesses moving away from Procedure over to Workday and other systems available. Sometimes you need that niche skill set that somebody can come in, hit the ground running, and then add that added support into your team. Temps brings strength as well, and also takes that pressure away from those deadlines that we're getting sort of like close to. An area that we would suggest using temporary support or at that predictable peak times. Every business has them every year round, like financial years coming, or you've got industry peaks where you know that workload is going to be increased and that added pressure on the team is going to be there. Because we're at the same time every year, you can plan ahead. And it also gives your team that extra support as well, knowing that you are thinking about that, and they're not going to need to do those extra long hours for the whole financial month. If you do decide to plan ahead, I would suggest booking in a call with myself or one of my members of the team, getting clear on what you need when you need it, and locking in that contractor, which is really going to help with that moment in time. Get that skill set that you need, get that system that you need. Even if it's at the end of the year and we're at the start, it's still important that we already know your need so that you've already got that covered and there's no added stress when it comes to it. The next one, which happens every year, and it happens to all of us, is staffing holidays. We all like to take a bit of time off, which is great, but when it's our number one or our finance manager, sometimes that can be quite stressful. You've got your top skill set going away for a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. And again, that's added stress to your team. You've got deadlines. Things like payroll do not stop just because someone goes on annual leave, as we all know. So it's really important that you plan ahead with that one as well, and you get that extra pair of hands in, so you've already got that extra support added. Once again, I suggest booking in a call with myself or a member of my team, and again, we can lock in that candidate who is going to be right fit for your team as well ahead of time. Once you get those annual leave bookings in, I suggest planning ahead and making sure that you've got that all covered. The end of year break isn't just for permanent workers. Temps like to take that time off too. So each year is a case of first in, best served. So if you are looking for that support at the December to January mark, I suggest sort of looking ahead and seeing where you need that support. Sometimes looking at a temp for a permanent process can be the smartest option. When we're recruiting for these roles, we always look at somebody who already has system knowledge, industry experience, and can definitely hit the ground running. This takes the pressure off of your process, and you're not rushing then to find that permanent member of staff. There's also other options as well. So there's temp to perm process as well, where you sort of like try before you buy, and then somebody can come in and get to know the team. And then if you can always review that as the months go by, they could always be a perfect addition to your team. So that's another option to always consider when you are looking at a permanent process, especially for a team lead or finance manager or CFO, something that really is going to take a long process. So you don't want to rush those. It's really important decisions to make sure you've got the right team fit. Last point I want to touch on is when the unexpected happens. Sometimes it just doesn't work out with an employee and they have to leave with immediate effect. Someone has to go on garden leave because they've gone to a competitor, or there's long-term sickness. These things can happen. They're completely normal within a business. This does add added pressure because someone's left with immediate effect, but we work with candidates who are immediately available and already fully compliant. So if that does come up, we can have somebody in that spot within 24 hours. So it's always worth sort of having our number on file for those unexpected areas.